Maybe we have been asking Allah, oh Allah, give us a good ending, so the ending is always good. But it's very important to all the brothers and sisters to understand when we are organizing things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remind us, fastabiqul khairat, fastabiqul khairat, fastabiqul khairat. Anything good, be hasten, be responsive. You don't have to wait until last minute. Why? Because the minute you respond earlier, then it's been recorded. رسوله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. The messenger has believed in what was revealed to him from Allah, and so have the believer, and that is how we should believe. How the prophet believed, that's how we should believe. All of them have believed in Allah Rabbul Alamin. All the prophet believe in the angels, and we must believe in the angels even we don't have any experience with the angels. Prophet have experience because angel Gabriel will come to them, always visit them to remind them, to convey the wahyu to them. But we must believe in the angel. If only we believe there is kiraman katibin, two angels that is there to write all our record, is sufficient. Because Gabriel will not come to you, to me no more. Mikael, yes. When there is risk, there is Mikael. Malakat Maut, Alhamdulillah, they left us. Just waiting for the right time. Israfil, we can't see him at all. He's just waiting to blow the horn, the trumpet. That's all. His work is just waiting. He do nothing except to wait for the command of Allah to blow the trumpet. With the other angel, Munkar Nakir, we don't experience it yet because we are still living on earth. Those who have passed away, they have experienced Munkar and Nakir. None of us experience Ridwan and Malik because that only will happen after the day of judgment. The caretaker of paradise and the caretaker of hell. So what is important, brothers and sisters? To have the right belief. The book and all the other messengers of Allah Rabbul Alameen. And Allah reminds us we are not supposed to make any distinction between any of His messengers. And we always must be ready to respond to Allah's command by saying, we hear and we obey. And we keep on asking Allah, we seek your forgiveness, O Allah, and to you is a final destination. Meaning we know that we are weak in our iman. While we believe in Allah, sometimes our belief becomes weak. We believe there is other force that's more powerful than Allah. We believe in black magic more than Allah's command sometimes. And that's why we are trapped. We believe in what people want us to do more than what Allah wants us to do. We have a problem. Yeah. Allah reminds us not to follow other people's, but we still like to follow other people. Allah reminds us to follow Him, but we don't follow Him. We know that in Surah Al-Ma'idah, verses 49, وَأَحْنِحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ. Hence, just between them in accordance with what Allah has revealed, the wahyu, and do not follow their errant view, do not follow their desire. Meaning, whenever they come to you and seek some kind of judgment, some kind of advice, you must guide them with what Allah revealed. Not just say what the people want us to do. No. What I'm going to share with you, brothers and sisters, whether we really believe in what Allah revealed to us or not, we can look into when we are having pain, when we are suffering, when we are exposed to evil eyes, or the disturbance of the jinn. When we encounter all these spiritual problems, do we believe what Allah said? We should believe. If Allah said, recite this ayah, we should recite that ayah. If Allah have revealed, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ قُلْ عَوْذُ بِالْفَلَقِ قُلْ عَوْذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. First, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ is to strengthen your iman again. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. There's only one God who created everything. Only one who controls everything. The all-knowing, the all-seeing, only one, Allah. Allahu Samad. Allah is where we all depend on. We rely on Him. This is to strengthen your iman. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Neither you go to anyone else, because Allah is not a father to anybody, neither He is a son to anybody. So you just go back to Him. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan. Nothing is equal like Him. Now this is to strengthen your iman. Then Qul a'udhu bi falaq, Qul a'udhu bi nas is here to remind us to seek refuge only through Allah. Because He is the creator of all things. Good, bad, human, jinn, all is Allah's creation. So you must have that belief to go back to Him and have no doubts. We do believe, but sometimes after making dua, we are very impatient. We don't see any result. We are very impatient. That's why Allah said, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu sta'inu bis sabri was salah. O you who believe in Allah, seek refuge in Allah. Ask Allah. Ista'inu bis sabri, with patience. We are very impatient. When you're not well, you want to take something, and in 2 minutes you want to see that there's some result. Then you say, oh, this is working. This medicine is good for me. Ahwa'ahum, what is ahwa'ahum? If you go to anybody to ask for advice when you are not well, people who have weak iman will not refer you to the verses of Allah. And people who have weak iman will never teach you what the Prophet wants you to recite. They will recommend you to somebody. Somebody that don't have the right aqidah. And that's where the magician come in. Known to us as Bomo. And the strange thing, whatever they say to you, you follow. At this time, at this hour, go and bury certain thing at certain corner. Hang something here, hang something there. Everything you follow. That is what ahwa'ahum, you are following their desire. You're not following what Allah revealed to us. Based on what I'm aware and what I was written on my book, today we will be in page 209 under Ruqa from the Sunnah. Yeah? The last class we talked about the Ruqa from the Quran. Remember, brothers and sisters, that we do commit a lot of sin to ourselves, sin to others, and that's why we must keep on asking Allah for forgiveness. Now, this also reminds us that if you have sinned with other people, ask that person for forgiveness. You must be humble. You must admit that you are wrong. But normally, sometimes, we are so proud, even towards Allah, very arrogant. And when you are arrogant to Allah, you are more arrogant towards people. If we have done something wrong to our children, example, say to them, I'm sorry, son, I'm sorry, my daughter. If the children make something wrong, hurt the mother's, the father's feeling, they also have to learn to talk to the parent and ask for forgiveness. If you have wronged your friend, ask for forgiveness. Is that easy to ask forgiveness? Is that easy? No. Very tough, yeah? Then you know that you are not humble enough. That's how you look into yourself. When you know you're wrong, you make a mistake, and still you do not want to ask for forgiveness. Allah loves to forgive. I believe people also love to forgive. But we don't love to ask. We must love to ask for forgiveness. Yeah? If you are not doing that, you know, are we following the wahyu? Who are we following? Our nafs. Ahwa'ahum. Your desire. And sometimes you still argue, say, I'm right. Why must I ask for forgiveness? Now, who said you are right? You said you are right. Alhamdulillah. And that is good. Normally, the one who said that I'm right is because he thought that. Yeah, he was right. But let's look at right must come from Allah. Al-Haq min Rabbik. If you are following the guidance of Allah, then you can say you are right. But if you are following your desire, how can you say you are right? And Allah said, don't follow your desire. Don't follow your feeling. We know that there's a lot of disturbance, especially at night. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ remind us from Abu Mas'ud al-Ansari, Man qara al-ayatain min akhir surat al-Baqarah fi laylatin kafatahu. Whoever recite the 2 ayat at the end of Surah Al-Baqarah at night, they suffice him as protection from that night. That means that night you can sleep in peace. Alhamdulillah. This is what the Prophet said. Yeah. If we believe in Allah and the Prophet, we must follow. Today we like to follow a lot of recitation. But we must know, no one knows more than about the spiritual world than Allah. Anything to the ghaib, Allah knows everything. Our Prophet will not be exposed about the unseen until Allah reveal it to him. Allah will protect His prophets, His messengers. So we should try our level best to follow the way our Prophet have taught us. All the Quran is a shifa, remember. وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ الشِّفَاءُ وَرَحْمَةُ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah said in Surah Isra, and we reveal the Quran as a healer for those who believe. But also when you say Quran, Quran is general from Alif Lam Mim to Qul A'udhu Birabbin Nas. But when you come to certain recitation, for certain illness, for protection from evil eyes and black magic, then you cannot generalize the Quran. Some Quran talk about business. Are you going to recite the ayat on business? Are you going to recite ayat on lending and borrowing? It do not fit that kind of situation. So when you are not well, you cannot just recommend to say, read this ayah, read that ayah. No. You must wait and see how our Prophet ﷺ taught his Sahaba. What to read. We have problems sometimes. People will teach you to read so many things. Of course, it's the Quran. We don't say Quran is wrong. But the Prophet ﷺ was sent by Allah to guide us. If there is anything to do with evil eyes, spiritual matters, about jinn, then Ayatul Kursi. Example, the 2 ayat at the end of Surah Al-Baqarah, the 3 Qul, all this was recommended by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And don't go and recite more than what was recommended. You have some ayat and also hadith from the Prophet. Now we just talk about ayat last class. Now today we are going from the ruqah, from the sunnah. Various form of supplication, dua for prevention or healing, some of which may be classified as ruqah, have been presented earlier in this book. In what follows, we include some more or refer to earlier ones as the discussion weren't allowed. There are many dua, brothers and sisters, taught by our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Before we go and recite other dua that people recommend us, make sure that what they recommend us is Baqarah. But what I like to remind all the good brothers and sisters is today, when we encounter all this disturbance, we tend to believe what people want us to do. And now we are trapped by that person. That person is going to control you. And he putting more ideas into your mind. You are still, been charmed by somebody. The people is still doing this to you. There's no end, especially when they know you have money. But if you have no money, they say, okay already, no problem. Because they also don't waste their time. But when you come to them and you give them this, you come with Mercedes and BMW, wow. They say, this is his risky, man. And then the shaitan give him more idea. Give him something and control. Chase some old one and replace new one. The new gene is coming into you. And he put the idea, you must remember there are a lot of people still hate you, still dislike you, they envy about you, and they're doing to you, Now you feel okay, because I help you. I have been making dua for you, and then now there are some new people is doing this to you now. So can you pass this amount of money to me and buy for me this thing? Then I will keep on protecting you. You don't worry. Even our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam never said this kind of word to anybody. He just remind all of them to recite by themselves. The Prophet never hide anything. If something that is good for him, he will want it to be shared with the people, and they want everybody also to recite by themselves, so that you are not depending on somebody. Nobody control you. You control yourself. But now you have this issue. They give you a long dua and then call the Maulana, ya Sheikh, Abdul Qadir Jilani. They are good people. Even you are not supposed to call Ya Rasulullah. No. You only have adab, Alhamdulillah, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, and then continue, Ya Rabb, Ya Allah, Allahumma. That's how you make dua. But you can ask the living people who are good people, like people are traveling, you can say, don't forget to make dua for us, because the dua of the traveler is also very powerful. Yeah, you can ask them, no problem. The dua from the mother to the children is very powerful too. Yeah. But the problem when you make dua to your children don't seem to believe. They don't believe in you. They say, my mother know nothing now. Mother no power. They want to believe in other lady. Other lady have more power. How can they believe in other lady more than their mother? The mother always want the best for the children, not other lady. Other lady may have their own agenda. They want to control your children. They put all this idea, the fear into you. Now you are very dependent on them without asking them to make dua. You don't feel you are protected now. This is part of the tashwish minash shaitanir rajim. This is part of the whisper of the Satan. The Satan want you to have that kind of feeling. Fear him, remember him. Don't remember Allah. And what Allah is always telling us, Fazkuruni adkurukum, remember me, but we don't remember Allah. Remember shaitan more than Allah. Do we have that kind of experience, brothers, sometimes? This is the area that we must be very careful, not to be caught by all the ruqyah, the recitation that was not recommended by Prophet Muhammad. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even the ayah is correct. But if the Prophet have taught us what to recite for this kind of thing, then that is the ayah we recite. Yeah, don't mix with other ayah until there is a reference from the Prophet. No problem. No problem. Because Allah called us to follow what was revealed to us and to follow His messenger. Actually, we have been guided by Allah with a guidance that none of the ummah before us have this kind of guidance. But still, we have a lot of problem. Because we are not referring back to the guidance of Allah and the Prophet. When you have problem, you don't follow the sunnah of the Prophet for cure, prevention. You don't do that. The Prophet wants us to recite certain dua in the morning, after the prayer, the fardu prayer, in the evening, and before you go to bed. Did we recite that? Have we been reciting Amana Rasul until the end of Surah Al-Baqarah before we go to bed? Sisters? Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Your silence means okay. Maybe some of us don't memorize. No, then read, start to memorize it. If you do it every night, I think in 1 week you can memorize, inshallah. Yeah. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك. And then after غفرانك, yeah, غفرانك. After غفرانك, what do you say? I'm coming to the last ayat. No. غفرانك, after غفرانك. ربنا وإليك المصير. Everything go back to Allah. Everything go back to Allah. Yeah, we came from Him, to Him we return. You know, no one have any power if Allah do not permit them. Even shaitan have to ask Allah, seek Allah's permission, yeah, to disturb us. Yeah. So don't forget to recite all this, inshallah. Yeah. Again, like brother and sister, everything will come back to your iman. Everything come back to your iman. Yeah. Last time you also have this issue. That's why the surah was revealed. That's why certain surah Qul A'udhu Falaq, Qul A'udhu was revealed, because we have this issue. But then the issue die off, because people always remember Allah, the iman is so strong that they don't allow the Satan to come and control their mind anymore. And that's why in the time of the Prophet, the hadith did say that whoever involved in black magic, they have to repent, make tawbah, or they will be executed. Why the Prophet gave a very stern warning and command Ahli Sihir to be executed? Why? Because this is a great fitna. It destroys your iman. If you just commit a normal sin, that's why there's no execution for people who just steal, people who drink, people who eat haram food. There's no execution on that. Because that can cause the person to abandon Islam. Now they believe that that person have more power than Allah. It's shirk. It's shirk. And you know the only sin that Allah will not forgive is when you die committing shirk. That sin will not be forgiven by Allah. Other than shirk, Allah's mercy, overcome His anger that He can forgive. And that's what shaitan wants you. Yeah, to die committing shirk. So that's why the law towards people who are involved in black magic is very severe. Ruqya of the earth. Aisha radiallahu anha reported that when a member of his household suffered from a sickness, ulcer, or wound, the Prophet ﷺ would wet his index finger with his saliva and thrust into the ground. Yeah? And thrust into the ground and raise it and rub the ailing part with it while saying Bismillahi. Yeah? Turbat. Ardina. Biriqih. Yeah? Biriqih. Ba'dina. Yushfa saqimuna biizni rabbina. Bismillah turbat. Ardina biriqati. Ba'dina yusfa saqimuna biizni rabbina. With Allah's name and with the soil of the earth and our saliva, our sick will be cured with our Lord's permission. Now you must remember when you talk about the saliva of the Prophet, it's very different from our saliva. Always remember. Yeah. You can just wet, I would say wet your index finger and then you just touch the ground because the earth has its own significance. It's just like the earth of Medina. If you are bitten by a dog, mad dog or so on, then the Prophet recommend you to use the earth of Medina to wipe on the area that you were bitten by the mad dog. The earth has its own significance. Yeah. But of course, it's just not the rough one, the smooth one. Yeah? Just have it in your index finger and then you can rub at the area that you are feeling the pain, the ulcer or wound. Yeah? Because of certain wound, then you can use that. Yeah? It's just like the Prophet ﷺ is a sunnah when a new baby was born, then you do akikah and you do tahnik. You remember tahnik? Tahnik that was done by a Prophet, he would take all the soft dates, or sometimes he used the fresh date. The Prophet would chew and then get until it becomes so soft and then so fine, and then the Prophet will use one of his finger and take out some of the sweetness from the juice from the dates, and then he will rub on the gum of the baby. We know that the saliva of the Prophet have certain barakah. It's better for us to use something sweet. Honey would be a good thing because the Prophet have said honey is a cure for all the physical sickness, inshallah. Where Quran is a cure for all the spiritual ailment or sickness. Yeah? So you can use that. Use honey. And not a lot, just put some sweet thing inside the gum of the baby and keep on rubbing and make dua. Like how the sweet thing is getting into the mouth of the child, we make dua, may Allah make him speak what that please Allah in the future. We want our children to always speak what is right. Speak the truth, like what the Prophet said, Man kana yu'min billahi yawmal akhir, falyaqul khairan aw liyasmut. Whoever believes in Allah and the day of judgment, you want to say something, make sure what you say is good, or silent is always better. Nowadays, we have a lot of problem when the children is talking to us. They raise up their voice. Sometimes they're rude. They use words that hurt our feeling. They are not careful. Why? Because we don't remind them about this. From young, you must control. But with children, when they are young, they raise up their voice, they shout, Oh, if you're so cute, you're talking to your mommy, you're talking to your dad, you cannot dress up. You must control them from very young. If not, they are going to be carried away. And they look at the movie again. No, everybody treat the children like friend. No, your children is your children. It's not your friend. Your children must treat you as a parent, not a friend. But we have problem everywhere, not only here, even in Hong Kong when I was there. Yeah, they are telling me about problems. So next time we'll have another session, special course on that. They say that the parent don't listen to the children anymore. So the children cannot to the parent. Each time they want to talk to their parent will just brush them off and then tell them, listen, you don't have to do this. Listen to your mom. Listen to them. That's why I say, do you want important tips that can develop a good relationship between you and your children? I was asking them. In my ending speech, I said, do you all want this tip from me? They say, yes. I said, next year. Next time I see them, give you the tips. But anyhow, because we know that we do not know when we are going to go back to Allah. So I said, since you are here, Alhamdulillah, it's Allah's qadar that all of you are here for the 2-day course. So we will let you know and we'll share with you. يَنزَغَنَّكَ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ نَزْغٌ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. And if an evil whispers come to you from Satan, seek refuge with Allah. Verily, He, Allah, is hearer and knower. Sami'un alim. If you don't ask Allah, Allah knows. Allah is telling us He hears and He knows. But Allah here is to guide us. You must communicate with Allah. If you want Allah to forgive you, you say to Allah, waqfu anna, waghfir lana, warhamna. Ask Allah. And when you ask Allah for something, you are not supposed to say, oh Allah, it's up to you. You want to forgive me? Forgive me. You don't want, okay. That's what that is. That's very bad. You are not humble enough. And Allah said again, وَإِمَّا يَنزَغَنَّكَ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ نَزْغٌ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّهُ هُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. The same ayah, kind of meaning. And if an evil whisper from Satan comes to you. Now, Satan can come to you in a form of whispering, not necessary for him to appear. He can use his agent, الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجن والناس. All the bad things always come from him. But then he can make use of any one of us to whisper to our friend. So if any guy come and whisper to you, think that is negative, gossip about everybody, you deep in your heart, you seek protection from Allah. You say, in your heart, you don't want to say in front of that person. But something is good, brothers. I think we also have a lot of sin. Let us look into our sins. We don't have to talk about other people's sin. But if the people you are talking about is so bad, you are aware of it, what should we do? Help him. Not gossip and backbiting. No, help him. But you dare not talk in front of him. What are you going to do? At least pray for him. Don't curse him. May Allah help him, protect him, guide him. Do this prayer. We don't even pray. We love to whisper, backbite, gossip. Put more spices here. Put some belacan here. And put some, only Allah knows, saffron here and make more colorful. When we were in Hong Kong, Mufti Meng was sharing with me about something very interesting. Now, what is happening in the digital world? They said that there was some uh, thing in the YouTube said he called Dr. Bilal Philip to call Azan, and they said, why must he? Because you are Bilal. Your name is Bilal, so Bilal is the person called for Azan. Normally, scholars will not belittle another scholar. They don't joke around in that manner, especially compared with him and Bilal. Bilal is an elderly man, elderly scholar. Yeah. The rest are still very young, 40 plus, 50, but he's almost 70. Yeah. But you see what happened to the YouTube sometimes, Facebook? Yeah, people create this fitna. That's why anything that you get from the Facebook or Twitters or YouTube, please, please. If the name is mentioned, the picture is there, Mufti Meng, Dr. Bilal, Philip, Zakir Naik, or even my name, please be careful. Check with us. Can you imagine that I have 3 Facebook I don't even know? I don't know who started this Facebook. And the thing that they talk about, so many things sometimes, my age also keep on changing. Interesting sometimes. Just an example. All this kind of thing, don't just go pick it up and then you viral it. No, no, no. Quickly check if you have the means to check. And we'll tell you, no, erase it. This is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Yeah? This is tashwish minash shaitan. Create unrest in the mind of another person. And people will start to criticize this and criticize that. It's not good at all. So please remember that. Yeah? Remember, shaitan may come to you directly to whisper into your ear, your mind, your heart. But then sometimes he uses his agent. His agent, of course, is your friend. Because only your friend you can respond to that. And now you have all the smartphone, also another agent. This is his tools. He uses so many platforms now. So we must be very, very careful. And Allah instructs us to seek His refuge from the presence and the whisper of the devil. وَقُلْ رَبِّي أَعُوذُ بِكَ مِنْ حَمَزَاتِ الشَّيَاطِينِ وَأَعُوذُ بِكَ رَبِّي أَنْ يَحْضُرُونِ. This is in the Quran. And say, oh Allah, I seek refuge with you from the suggestion of the devil, the whisper, the idea from the devil. I seek refuge with you, oh Allah. Let them be present with me. Let they are present with me, but we ask Allah, let they be present with me. We ask Allah to protect us so that we are not responding to their whisper. They are there, but we are not responding. That's how you have to react. Don't say Amin. Don't say okay and yes to this kind of whisper. Yeah. Sometimes we are good, brothers and sisters. We don't like to talk bad. We don't have bad feeling among ourselves. But sometimes shaitan will want to create this fitna among you. Somebody will whisper to you because you're so close to so and so. They do not want you to be close. They are very jealous. Envy, they want to be close. They create this fitna. And suddenly you start to have negative feeling. Normally you smile at each other. Assalamualaikum. Suddenly you don't want to see their face anymore. Then you know something is wrong. Why? What happened? Maybe because she also behaves strange with me now. No? You see, shaitan give you the idea. No, suddenly that person also, maybe as a person you have problem this morning, you have toothache maybe, so you pain, you cannot smile, so you come into the class, sour face, you don't want to talk, and then that person see her reaction now. Oh, what my friend is saying is true, lah. Yeah, her heart must have some bad feeling towards me. See how she reacts. Please ask Allah for protection. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Sometimes we have problems, sometimes we know that we have problem, and then because of that problem we are thinking, we forget that we are standing in front of a friend. And the friend was talking to us, our mind is somewhere else, very far away. Have you experienced that sometimes? The same, yeah. Come to me. Sometimes this happened to me. The guy was talking to me, but my mind is somewhere else. So you cannot just jump into conclusion. The shaitan is always there in front of you, but you must ask Allah to protect you from all this bad feeling, this whisper. Allah instructed to seek His refuge when reciting Quran. You see, reciting Quran is a good thing, but still doing good thing. The Prophet was reminded by Allah, فَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. Why? Because we do not want to read the Quran wrongly, number one. Number two, we don't want to read the Quran with no intention to follow the Quran. We don't want to do that. Somebody loves to read the Quran, but no intention to implement that ayah. That's bad. The Quran will act as a witness towards us. We read the Quran, we understand what Allah wants us to do, but we refuse to follow. That is very bad. That means shaitan is disturbing us. You remember the first few lecture we discussed about shaitan? Shaitan, remind the companion of the Prophet to recite what? To recite what? That was before the two last ayah. To recite what? To recite ayatul kursi. Shaitan is reminding us. We forgot to recite. You recite this ayah. And then when they share with the Prophet, they say, this guy, the jinn, remind me to recite this. The Prophet said, he's telling you the truth. Shaitan sometimes will tell you the truth. And this is the gray area. It's not easy to understand. So when you want to recite the book of Allah, the Quran, seek refuge with Allah from shaitan. Remember when you want to recite the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. You recite that. That was recommended by Allah before saying Bismillah. But when you want to recite Al-Fatiha in the prayer, do you recite Ta'awuzu? Yeah. After dua iftitah, what do you say? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم من همزه ونفخه ونفثه. In the prayer, you plus this three. من همزه ونفخه ونفثه. Outside the prayer, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Enough. Because it's in the Quran. If you look at Surah Nahl, فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. But when you recite the ta'awuzu in the namaz, in the prayer, fardu or sunnah prayer, you add with min hamzihi wa nafqihi wa nafsihi. The whisper of the Satan plus the other thing. Allah tells us that upon delivering Maryam, her mother, Maryam is the daughter of who? The family of Imran. Her mother sought Allah's protection against Satan for her and her descendants. فَلَمَّا وَضَعَتْهَا قَالَتْ رَبِّي إِنِّي وَضَعْتُهَا أُنْثَى وَاللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ بِمَا وَضَعَتْ وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنْثَى وَإِنِّي سَمَّيْتُهَا مَرْيَمَ وَإِنِّي أُعِيذُهَا بِكَ وَذُرِّيَّتَهَا مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd. And this is one of the prayer that is so powerful that Allah answered. to the mother of Maryam, when she, the Maryam mother, delivered her, she said, "Oh my Lord, I have delivered a female." Now there is some issue why that Maryam mother said, "I have delivered a female." Is she very unhappy? Regret? Yeah, because she make a promise earlier. I will share with you later on. And Allah was most knowing of what she delivered. Male is not like the female. Allah. And I have named her Maryam. And I seek your protection for her and her progeny from Satan, the outcast. See the prayer of the mother. Most of us forget to make this kind of dua. Look at the baby, wow, so cute. Oh, no, so reddish, no, big eye, and all this. And we look at the look. We forget about the spiritual side. Now, why did Maryam mother say, "My Lord, I have delivered a female"? Because she make a promise to Allah. If Allah will give a male, she is going to make him serve Allah alone. That means his duty is to serve Allah, no other job. This is the mother's wish. It's like somebody, if I have a son, I want to make sure the upbringing of my son is just for da'wah, example. That means you don't want him to go and work here and work there. You want him to be a good da'i. Purely to serve Allah. This is very, very sacred, very, very noble. You know? Normally, we have a lot of plan for our children. We want them to be a career, son, doctor, PhD, engineer, scientist. But hardly any parents say, "I want my children to be a da'i." Da'i, no future. Da'i, no future. Gone case. But you do not know the blessing to carry out the mission of all the prophets. Allah did ask us, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Whose word is better in the sight of Allah than those who call people to Allah? Why all the prophet was so blessed? Because they are the messenger, the caller to Allah. So when she delivered a baby girl, she knew, now how can I offer her to serve your religion? Because it's a she. She, you don't have the freedom like a he. A guy have more freedom to move around than a woman. There's no female prophets. There's only male prophets. Yeah. But even the male came from the female. Yeah, they must not forget that they also came from a female. They don't came from a male. Yeah. So Allah will accept. And of course, then when Allah answered to her prayer, when she said, "I seek your protection for her and her progeny from Satan," it is so, mashallah. The prayer of Maryam was answered after that. Not when Maryam was born, when Isa was born. And that's why among the children of Adam was born without being pinched by the Satan is Isa alayhi salam. Isa was protected. Normally, every child born crying, except Jesus. When he was born, he never cried. And when people ask the mother, who is this? Then the baby, but the one who spoke, the baby that spoke not only to apply to Jesus, it applied to few other incidents. There are 3 cases that the baby spoke. Yeah? With Allah's permission, of course. Yeah? So what is important here, brothers and sisters, is that whatever Allah have given us, accept it as qadar. Don't feel bad. Of course, sometimes we want baby boy, or girl, one boy, and last still a girl. And then we want her to be like a boy. So we dress her like a boy. We cut her hair like a boy. So become a tomboy. Yeah. We're so proud. And later on, we will cry. Yeah. Then we start to cry. We fear that. Accept qadar. If Allah said you're going to have a boy, alhamdulillah. Of course, you can ask Allah. Like how in the mother of Maryam asked Allah, but it's up to Allah to decide. It's not you who decide. But because you want to have but Allah answered only through Maryam. Maryam gave birth to Jesus. Allahu Akbar. Walillahi alhamd. So brothers and sisters, let us be positive in our dua. Anytime when you want to ask Allah for protection, go back to the verses of Allah that was recommended by our Prophet ﷺ to recite, and also use the dua that was taught by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Yeah? We believe that by doing that, and you have the faith, inshallah, Allah will respond to our answer, our dua. Amin ya Rabbil Alameen. If there's a question, now we open for Q&A. Fatafaddal. Any question from the sisters first? Naam. Faddal. Naam. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Min syarr. Naam. That's all. Correct. Both can be applied. Both can be applied. Yes. Now. Yeah. But if you are reciting to one grandchildren, just you say, oh, it's Zuk. This is for 2. Kuma means 2. Yeah. Now, any other question from the sisters? Naam, faddal. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Again, I don't. Okay. Which one? Which one? The addition? Or when you are praying in the salah. Yeah. That means when doing the fardu prayer or the sunnah prayer, before you recite Fatiha, you will recite ta'awuzu. So that ta'awuzu that was recommended by the Prophet, you should add min hamzihi wa nafkhihi wa nafthihi. Now, only in the prayer. Outside the prayer, like when you recite in the Quran, you don't have to add that. Just say a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Enough. But in the prayer, you can say a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim min hamzi wa nafkhihi wa nafthihi, or a'udhu billahi sami'il alim minash shaitanir rajim min hamzihi wa nafkhihi wa nafthihi. Both is recommended. Yeah, inshallah. I think that one most of us don't memorize, but try to memorize it. Yeah, yeah, inshallah. Now, any last question from the sisters? No more question. Alhamdulillah. Please remember all our dua, whatever we ask from Allah, don't forget to make sure that we have the right iman. Without the right iman, then we have problem in our dua. Because Allah wants us to have faith in Him when you are asking Him for something. Yeah, you must have faith in Allah. Remember, sometimes when you ask Allah for something, Allah know what is best for you and when is the right time to respond to your needs. Yeah? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also want us to keep on asking Him and don't give up hope with Allah Rabbul Alamin. Because we want the best from Allah. So Allah is delaying our dua because that is not the right time for Him to respond and He knows better. No, we don't know what is good for us sometimes. We just think that this is good. It's like the mother of Maryam thought that maybe when she get delivered, a male is good, but Allah said the female is better at this point of time. No. We just have to have that faith, inshallah. Just a humble reminder, inshallah, because we are not here next week. We are in Kashmir, inshallah, for the Islamic conference. And then after that, also on the 4th of next month, we are not here. The 11th of next month, also we are not here. So there are 2 weeks, yeah, that we are going to have a break. Even though we don't have classes, brothers and sisters, please remember, try to read again, what we have learned within 1 month time, so that you can refresh your memory, and then that you know what to do, how to help your family members, your friend, and recommend them what the Prophet recommend us to recite. Not just any dua that they like, any verses they like, the thing that was recommended by our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah. Until we see you again, inshallah, don't forget to pray for us. Yeah, Sunday class is on. No, I think that the class is on. The class is on. Yeah. I think that is the seminar. Kan? Oh yeah, I know. I will be towards the ending, inshallah. Class is on. Saturday class is on. Sunday class is on, inshallah. Yeah. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته